A teacher is the most important element of any classroom. You can put a teacher into a grass hut out in the middle of a field, put the students into that classroom, give them no textbooks, give them no chalkboard or anything like that, and the teacher would be able to educate those students and prepare them for what they're going to have to do in the world. So don't get me wrong when I say that if you don't use computers, you're not going to be ready to you're not going to prepare our students for the world in which they're going to live. The point that this video is trying to make is that you have to recognize the fact that our educational system at the moment is being populated by a clientele that now have a choice. Online education, computers, the information age, they have a choice of getting the information someplace other than in the classroom. So if the classroom doesn't recognize that, and we don't start to recognize the fact that they have their hands on access to the internet, they can go and find all the information they ever need. Their phone will give them the answers to many of the questions that they would have. They don't need a teacher to tell them the fact that the capital of Florida is whatever. They don't need that. They can find it on their phone. What we need to teach them is how to find that information. There's so much information out there that we couldn't teach it. In the past, this might have been all that we needed in order to give those kids information. This may be the biology textbook. This may be all the information we need. But now it doesn't exist that way. What is here is there's all this information, and then behind us in the World Wide Web, there's so much information that the students are going to have access to when they go home, that we're fooling ourselves if we think we can build the walls around us in the classroom and in our schools and say, this is the information that you need to know. Don't ask anybody else any questions. If you need to know anything, ask me as a teacher. If that's the way you're approaching education, we've got a major problem. You need to recognize the fact that the world has changed, and we need to change our school system in order to make that happen. And when I say the school system is a huge organization. The only thing that matters is what happens in your classroom. Everything else is just administration. Everything else is just structure. What happens in your classroom is the most important thing, which means if you're not willing to accept the fact that this has changed, then you can't be the teachers of the students today and prepare them for the 21st century.